The switch leap is composed of two distinct segments, the steps that help create momentum and the leap itself. There are 3 steps before the leap. These steps are high, low, and long. The first step, high, begins on your toes and is rather short. The second step, low, is a longer step that ends in a slight lunge. And the last step, long, is used to gain the speed and momentum needed and ends in a slight pirouette stance. The last cue of this segment, swing arms, states that as one leg moves forward, so should the opposite arm. Jessie, the autonomous learner, will now show Nicole, the cognitive learner, how to properly execute these steps. Notice how Jessie stays high on her toes as she steps. Also note how she swings her arms with each step. As seen here, the low step should end in a lunge, while the arms continue to swing to help create momentum. As said before, the long step should propel the person forward with significant momentum. At the end of this step, the weight should be focused on the lead leg. Here, Jessie displays the desired stance. The second segment is the leap itself. It's composed of 4 regulatory cues: bend, swing, switch, and broken ankle. The first cue, bend, prepares you for the jump by having you bend your front leg. Swing is swinging the back leg forward so it's parallel with the ground. Switch occurs when you kick the front leg back while bringing the back leg forward, creating a split. The cue broken ankle was chosen to remind the cognitive learner to land on their dominant foot as though they are favoring it over their back leg. Now the autonomous learner, Jessie, will demonstrate how to execute the leap. Notice how Jessie bends her supporting leg in order to prepare to jump. The swing is used to gain upward momentum and prepare for the switch. Note how her leg is parallel with the floor. Notice how her legs cross paths beneath her body. Here, Jessie completes the switch, creating a full split in the air. Notice how Jessie lands on her dominant foot before swinging the non-dominant foot through without having it touch the floor. In the high step, the cognitive learner is not on her toes as she should be. In the low step, the arm should be beginning to swing in order to gain momentum. In the long step, the weight is not entirely on the front leg as it should be. The cognitive learner has begun to swing too late, therefore cutting down the time the switch had to occur. The switch did not occur while high enough, hindering the ability to complete this movement. Note how the steps have improved, but because she is still a cognitive learner, there are some mistakes that could be corrected with practice. Notice how the leg swings parallel to the floor. The switch is performed correctly, with flexibility being the only inhibiting factor. The landing has improved, with no weight being placed on the non-dominant foot.